The power of one, the power of two, the power of many. Pretty sure we are. Pretty sure we are. What's up, everybody? Chilling. Chilling. Had some barbecue today. It's live. You can trust it. Oh.
Imagine Sundo's muted. Oh, see, Gabe messing up because Gabe doesn't know how to run a podcast because he's a bozo. But don't worry, y'all. We're just some good old American boys here to talk about your good old American Phoenix Suns, baby. How's everybody's 4th of July been thus far today? I know y'all in Houston haven't had fireworks yet. You might be getting ready to have them. I know it's still good and sunny over there, but here in the central time zone, it is nice and dark. It sounds like a war zone in my street because all my redneck neighbors are just firing off all the fireworks that they can.
So what you're wearing is redneck camouflage.
So I fit in. No, sir. I likes America, sir. You know? But anyway, welcome to the podcast. Hit that like button if you're just now joining us. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to the chat. Who's all in here? KO, Katie, Big Merc, Quan was good. MVC Slayers, Chris Stew, Devin was good. Michael McQuinn, I guess that's how you say that. Port Blazer Full was good. Derek was good. Michael P. Quartz, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. What's good, everybody?
Apparently, your kids won't stop fighting about the dishes.
I can hear them upstairs. And if Sundo has to go in midstream and take care of a little bit of business again, he will.
That was a threat.
He will.
Baby Sunditos. What up, Chris Stew?
Man, so anyway, I hope everybody's 4th of July has been a good one. Hopefully you had some good food. Hopefully you had some good brewskis, good drinks. Shout out to Burner. We went to my homie's house, and they just had some food. I mean, it was just like burgers, bratwurst, hot dogs, stuffed mushrooms, corn on the cob.
What'd you guys have in the chat? Anybody eat anything interesting tonight? Me and Katie were lazy. We just went to our barbecue spot. They had...
You didn't even get barbecue. You got some sort of weird gumbo, whatever the heck you got.
That was yesterday. That was
got yourself a broil.
That was a crab and crawfish boil. Today was... Went to the barbecue spot that we liked the most, right?
Barbecue chicken.
Super high-end barbecue. They catered our wedding. Normally I'm getting brisket and ribs and wings. This time, because it was 4th of July, they had a brisket burger. So they ground up brisket and made them into patties.
That sounds phenomenal.
It was heavy. I might never need to eat again, dude.
Yeah, and especially since you're on your diet. That
yeah. It was a cheat day.
Oh, it better be a cheat day.
Once I saw that the barbecue place had a burger, I was like, all right, I'll have a cheat day for this because they never have it.
Cheat day for Gabe.
It was good. Some French fries, obviously.
I'm glad it was good for you.
What's going on with this team right now, man? Are we done?
We got one more roster spot to fill, right? And, we made a video about the possibility of, Suns are better, decided to throw out a little idea out there, and we talked about it. And so, little Jay Crowder action we talked about, Dario Saric, Marcus Morris, Okogie. But in my opinion, if I'm being honest, and just it's probably going to be Josh Okogie. It just seems like it's Josh Okogie for sure. They're just still trying to work out some things, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Josh Okogie.
I think I'm done with Josh, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
You're right. That's probably what it's going to be. But if it was my choice, I'm just saying, I think I'm done with Okogie, bro.
I mean, if you want to say, hey, we got Ryan Dunn, he's going to be his replacement defensively, and potentially a Jalen Bridges if he gets, he's on a two-way, he gets a final roster spot, right? If you want to go that route, sure, right? Like, yeah, go that way. I just for future's sake, I'm trying to think, because you are both high on Jalen Bridges, right? And so if someone gets that last roster spot, then who do you cut to make Jalen Bridges not a two-way, right? And so I think if they resign Okogie, he's going to be here for the entire year, right? I think that's going to be their thinking. So it's like, who do you cut? Because you're not going to cut D-Lee because you just signed him. If you sign Okogie, you're not going to cut him because you just signed him. You're not going to cut anybody else in the roster, right? So just an interesting way to think about it. So
is J.O. going to have a job
Derek
through,
says
through the third coach
Derek
now?
says you cut Roddy. Here's the deal, man.
That's a good point.
That's a good point that you cut Roddy. My thing is that contract. I know. I feel like that contract is so valuable to them to move. So maybe they end up trading them or something, and then they go that route. But that contract,
get some picks
him and Nas, those contracts are so valuable for them. That's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of control for David Roddy, right? You got 2 years in the club option. That's a valuable contract that you can move. So that's why I'm saying you don't cut Roddy. You probably trade him and then.
Do you remember exactly why it's valuable? Because I know you said it's valuable.
Just because each team has to roster 14 by the CBA, right? And so when you have a contract like that with a club option and it's so cheap, like someone just said, he's only $2 million. Like if somebody just needs to fill a roster spot, like a Miami or someone who's similar to us, who's in the apron, right? That's real valuable to anybody who just needs to house a roster spot. And it's control, 100% control, only $2 million. I mean, so it's valuable to people, to other teams like that. And same with Nas Little, like his contract's going to be $6 million, and it's like $6 million. I think it's like maybe he goes to $7 million in the last part of it. That's also a valuable contract because that's once again a decent contract with 3 years of control. So yeah, you might cut Roddy to get that last roster spot up, but I'd much rather you trade that. So, but I do agree. If you do want Jalen Bridges, you do send Roddy packing, right? But I don't think you cut him. I'd rather you trade him and try to get some picks for him.
He's got to earn it first of all.
Let's
not put the cart before the horse. We did way too much of that last season.
That's also true.
Starting last season, you'd have thought we were about to win back-to-back titles like LeBron in Miami. Not one, not two, not three.
Man.
So I don't want to go down that road. He's going to have to earn it, but he seems like he's going to be worthy of a real roster spot.
Right. No, for real. I think he will. I think he will definitely be Jalen Bridges will be someone that will end up getting a roster spot. Truth says no one's trading picks for the minimums. Like I said, it just depends on who wants to house a roster spot, right? Those contracts are very valuable.
Listen.
Package one or two.
I would normally think that too, if true. Then,
but this new CBA is kind of ridiculous.
Well, how do you explain Isaiah Todd?
Who?
Isaiah Todd being traded for 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 second-round picks last offseason. So if Isaiah Todd can get you 3, I would hope that Roddy, who is a better prospect, could get you 1 second-round pick.
I don't think we can do cash considerations because we're in the second apron, Sam Mess, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we can, right? I think that's part of the being in the second apron is no cash consideration. But anyway,
L Gamer has a Airbud situation where his dog can shoot better than Okogie. But that is kind of how I feel, honestly. I feel like it was fun the first season. I saw something. Second season, he did not live up to what he was in the season before. And so I feel like with him, you have a guy shooting who just cannot be consistent. Can't do it. Will never be consistent.
Right.
And I don't know
he
that we
could
need
turn
that.
it around.
Could he?
I mean, he could. There's always a possibility. I mean, me and you probably doubt that possibility, but there's a possibility he could turn it around. But anyway, back to I can't remember what we were saying. Oh, how's this team doing? I mean, as far as the offseason goes, I think they've had probably the best offseason they could possibly have, considering we're in the second apron, considering what the plan was and what they felt they needed to pick up, value that they've gotten. I think kicking off this offseason with the draft and the way you move back and got a first and 2 seconds. I think that was really, really, really good. Getting the guy that you want in Ryan Dunn, and then moving up and getting another guy that you wanted in Oso, and utilizing those picks, also getting those future seconds too. I thought that was also pretty big for them as well. And then I'm going to mention it again, the Jalen Bridges two-way signing. We talked to Tori, and Tori said that he had him ranked very high. We watched him. He looks like he's got the potential to be very good for us as far as coming off the bench, and being a good value player. So there's that too. So we'll talk a lot about him.
Let me just real quick so the reason why Jalen Bridges, if you have it in your head, like why should I believe that Jalen Bridges is why did he go undrafted there? Like, what's the catch? What's the elephant in the room that no one's talking about? It's the fact that he's 24, right? And
23.
That's 23. And I believe that's where we drafted Cam Johnson. So if you're okay with drafting another Cam Johnson age guy the way that we drafted him at 23, then you're not going to have a problem with this. But a lot of scouts want to look past players like this because they think, hey, they've already reached their ceiling. They're not going to get any better, which is not always true. It is true sometimes, but it's not always true. And it's like, we'll get him through his rookie year and he'll almost be pushing 30. We could get 2 contracts, 3 contracts out of this guy before we're, you know what I mean? Like, out of this 18, 19-year-old. So that's why they think that way. And that's why he got overlooked. He is proper size, Sundo. 6'7", 6'8". He's got good length arms. He's not a T-Rex. He shoots abnormally well, above 40%, and he can do it all. He's just a little older. Right.
And so that's why we have such high hopes for him. I'm with you 100%. I think we're in the same thinking for Jalen Bridges. And so, I just think that that's a good value. We can talk about the Exhibit 10 contracts that they picked up for the Summer League and whatnot. But, and then in free agency, I mean, it felt like, in free agency, like, us staying up and waiting for the first day to go by, that was just, and it wasn't just a drag for us, it was a drag for the entire NBA, right? Where nobody was getting signed. You can tell that this new CBA really, really, really affected the way free agency is going to be. No more spending sprees. You could tell that also the amount of people that got caught, what's the word I'm looking for? Caught tampering last season, that played into effect as well. Teams are being super careful there. And so I think getting Mason Plumlee, good value for a player that you thought you needed, a backup center that's definitely better than Drew Eubanks, who, by the way, got more money with the Utah Jazz. So that was a crazy contract for me, right? Like, he got 2 years.
I don't know how he's doing it,
Utah
bro.
Jazz. You know why. He's a fan favorite in Utah. So I don't even think Utahns
are thinking, hey, he's white. Let's overpay him. I don't think it works that way.
I know. I'm just messing with you. I'm just making these jokes, but
we got a member message.
I saw the member. It says, is Sundo related to the host of Sun's Digest? No, don't know who that is. We are not related. Let's just not related at all. So let's just let that one go. Gabe.
Shit.
But no,
I don't even know why that's so funny to me, but thanks, Ryan.
It is pretty humorous. But no, like getting Mason Plumlee.
What up, GOAT?
I thought was a great value for someone who you believe is better than Eubanks as a backup. And then 2 days later, getting our guy Monte Morris. You know, wait,
can you pause on Monte?
Why?
Because you were just talking about Plumlee, right?
Yeah.
I'm worried about Plumlee.
About Plumlee? Why? I mean, I'm not worried about Plumlee, but you tell me why you're worried about Plumlee, because that's crazy.
I'm worried about Plumlee because I had high hopes for Drew Eubanks that came crashing down, obviously, but I don't want to make the same mistake twice. And I've seen online quite the celebration of Clippers fans rooting and hollering in excitement to be getting rid of Mason Plumlee. And that gives me pause.
Maybe it'll give you pause.
We're rooting and hollering for getting rid of Eubanks. They're doing the exact same thing in the other room, except for ours shuffled on to Utah and their problem shuffled to us.
Well,
I'm worried. Why are they so happy?
Well, here's the deal. I mean, I don't know why they're so happy, but I still think that's still a solid get. And I think it'll be fine. I was going to say, because getting Oso, they feel like their backup center situation is infinitely better than it was last year between Oso and Mason. So we can talk about that. But yeah, I mean, maybe either Mason Plumlee probably isn't the most athletic. He isn't the most nimble, but he's a solid veteran. And I trust him more than Eubanks. I'm just going to be honest with you. I trust him better than Eubanks. So there's at least that. So
I do too, inherently.
So there's that. It's not so, but our backup center situation way better this upcoming season than it was last season of just having two. Now we have three, and I think that's going to be great. Moving on to Monte Morris.
Real quick, one last thing before Monte.
What?
Guys, won't you help us out and hit that like button? We got 125 in here now. And we're glad you guys came in. Honestly, I didn't know if there'd be a lot of people in here. I figured you guys would all be outside watching fireworks.
Hey, man, they're not off yet over in Phoenix and on the West Coast.
That's true.
We'll be all right. But no, so yeah, Monte Morris. I know people wanted Chris Dunn. People wanted Kyle Lowry. He's still out there though, which is kind of crazy. I thought Kyle Lowry would be gone. I know we wanted Aaron Holiday. He got gobbled up by the Rockets already. Campaign, did Campaign go anywhere? Or is he still kind of out there too?
He's in jail. No, he's in jail. He's not. I don't think he's in jail, but he's not signed anywhere yet. I haven't heard of that one.
So, I mean, Monte Morris, me and you talked about it. We made a video about it. We like that pickup just because we think he's going to be solid. Won't turn the ball over. He'll get the job done however you need it. So we did like that. And then, of course, bringing back D. Lee. We needed a shooter after losing EG. So I think getting D. Lee back this season is pretty good.
That is a big move.
That's a big move, and so we're waiting on that last roster spot to be filled. I saw somebody here talking about Luke Kennard for that last roster spot. I saw somebody else saying, let's get one more good wing. So let's just talk about that real quick. You know, why people got people.
I'm making a poll right now. Which position do you want for final spot?
Yeah, perfect. Because I mean, it's tough for me, right? I think wing is the way to go, but also like I wouldn't be mad if they went and got herself another point guard or another shooter, right? Like because if we're looking at Okogie, you're not going to get any offense there. I'd rather just get another shooter, point guard, wing shooter, something like that in that spot. I think we're good at big men between Bobo, Plumlee, Oso, Nurk. If you want to start adding KD in there as a power forward, you got enough length between those 5 players. And Ryan Dunn. We can even throw Ryan Dunn in there as long as he is as a rookie, play some defense. So I think you got enough length. I think you need to secure up the shooting or with a wing or a point guard. And I think I would go wing here on this one.
Can you find me an actual like sturdy list of who's officially on the team so I can pull
our
that
team
up? Yeah, because I'd like to pull that up.
There was a tweet that I gotta find it
because
people have been doing the tweet updates. So
our shooting, I think we have enough shooting. I'm not gonna say no to shooting.
That's surprising to hear you say that because you know we were because like let me just go on the list. Shooting, Nurk, no, right? Durant, you would say yes. Booker, you would say yes. Beal, you would say yes. Kind of.
Grey Goose,
Monte Morris, you would say yes. Grey Goose,
that's 5 yes. Right there. Who?
Ely, you would say yes.
6.
Royce O'Neal, kind of.
Yes, come on.
You would add him to.
These
so that's
30s.
7, right? So that's 7 total shooters right there. So do you need to get?
Whoa, but is that it? Is that it?
I mean, I want to. Let's not count Jalen Bridges because he's a 2-way. I'm just talking about main roster guys, right? So keep thinking about it. Oso, no. Plumlee, no.
Colin Gillespie.
Yeah, you might be able to. But he's a 2-way, so I don't want to add him to that list either because he's a 2-way, right?
Right.
So,
Bull, baby. That's 8.
Bull's the next one. Thank you. So that's 8. So you go through.
You have 8 high percentage shooters on your team. That ain't enough.
Yeah, I think that's more than enough. So I think you go.
I'm not saying I don't want someone else that can shoot. F that. I'm just saying if you're only a shooter, that's not quite what I'm looking for. If you can shoot and defend, or if you can shoot and ball handle, or if you can shoot and rebound, if you have something to pair with that shooting, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. I think that's what you kind of need to get. Go get yourself which is why I think they're going to bring Okogie back, just because they think they have more than enough shooting. They want to get another wing defender, right? And he's probably going to be the easiest one to get. You know, we mentioned Jay Crowder. We mentioned Marcus Morris, which is probably not going to happen. Marcus Morris will fetch more than we can give him.
Do you think he will? Are you sure?
Yeah, when you hear about teams like Dallas out there wanting them or the Sixers wanting them,
they probably want him on a minimum.
For sure. I don't know, Cranky. I don't know what your obsession with Kennard is. I don't know if Kennard is
Cranky. If Kennard is a good defender, if that's true, because admittedly I don't know enough about his defensive prowess. If that's true, I would love Kennard. I'd have a 3-way with you and Luke Kennard.
Crazy.
I don't take that back after having thought about it. I love that dude. But I didn't know if he was a good defender or not.
I'm just trying to look here.
YYC, I think Gary Trent would be too expensive. Maybe if Lonnie's...
Here's the deal, man. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of players that are too expensive because teams are afraid to spend, bro.
Right.
With the way this new CBA is, man. So... I'm just looking at it right now. There's players out there like Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley will probably fetch a lot of money where he's at. A lot more than a min.
Yeah.
You know, Kyle Lowry. I know they're still interested in a Lowry, but I think we got more than enough ball handling on this team. Pat Bev, that's a no for me, bro. I'm just going through here. Reggie Bullock still out there. Dario Saric, that's a one that's still out there that you would take.
Bro, he gives you height. That's the thing about Dario. I just said I want 2 traits. Dario has 3. Shooting, rebounding, and passing.
You know, I mean, I think Marcus Morris would fetch him in at this point. I'm just looking at salaries here. I think he would, and I think But I just don't think he's going to come back to Phoenix, man. I think he's just over that whole experience.
Dario
is still out there. Dennis Smith Jr. No. Marcus Morris. Dario, I'd love to have back.
Okay, but let's talk about the Marcus Morris being. This is one thing we didn't talk about in the video.
Mm-hmm.
Is the history in Phoenix. Okay, coming out of college, I liked Marcus a little bit better than Markieff. Marcus went one after Markieff to the Rockets. He was a little bit smaller. He ends up with the Suns. It was badass for a while. Let's be honest. It was badass for a while. They were a fun team with Book and the twins and Tucker and Goran. Bro, I rocked with that team. Until Hornacek came along, they did not respect Hornacek. They showed themselves to be extremely immature. They threw a towel at him on the bench, which is just a stain on the professionalism of the Suns franchise. It made us look Bush League. It made us look like we don't have control over anything. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like, it was just a bad look. They go their separate ways. Whatever. The point is, can they help you win? Could Marcus help you win?
Yes, Marcus could help you win.
Yes. No one that was there when Marcus threw a towel at Hornacek or Markieff, whichever one of them threw the towel, no one is in a position of power or involved in the franchise for the most part. Not even Aaron Nelson, the trainers, they're gone too. That was there. So there's no one to be like, oh, I've got bad blood with you. It's just a jersey that they've worn. That's the only thing that's similar, and even those have changed. So I don't think there has to be any sort of bad blood because Sarver's not here.
I get that, but does he want to be here is my question.
What would he have to say no?
I mean, a Dallas or a Philly or another team that he deems a better destination to go to, you know? But that's not saying I don't want him back. I would like to have him back. I just don't think he's coming back. And that's just how I feel about that. Like, I get what you're saying. Perfect. It's fine. I just don't think he's coming. I think he's going somewhere else. Here's an interesting name, JT Thor.
Bro, how did he end up? How's his career unfolded since you and me were salivating over him? Not because of his cool name, but because of his game and the name.
And the name.
Because remember, we'll be honest. We wanted Thor bad.
Because we only had a second round pick and we were like, JT Thor. I mean, he's okay, I guess. I don't know.
What's his stats looking like? Irving Corral says Jay Crowder is too small. He's strong though. You know, like he plays that PJ Tucker role. To be honest, and I kind of do miss that. I miss having somebody who was tough. I miss having somebody who wasn't a pushover, right?
I mean, I think I would go. Yeah, I mean, fill it with a young guy like JT Thor would be hilarious, but I'd probably go Jay Crowder or Okogie, right? I think it's just
why Okogie? Sell me on Okogie.
I'm not trying to sell you on Okogie. I'm just going by what we've heard in reports, and it seems like he's almost a shoo-in at this point because of what we've heard and the reports there. So I'm not saying I like Okogie. I'm just saying I just think that's
okay. You're just predicting it,
but. Me, I'd probably go Crowder just to have that veteran presence, and he could definitely take the younger guys under his wing, specifically a Ryan Dunn, and get him in the right mindset. I think we need dogs like that on the team. And so, you know, we always like Boss Man 99. So
Nah, bro.
I'd probably go Jay Crowder.
Really. I mean, I could sign off on it. I'm not saying there's no world in which I sign off on it. But if you survey the landscape of all the available pieces out there and you decide that Boss Man 99 that's not the type of piece you do with your last available roster. That's the type of piece that you do because somebody got injured and you're going to bring him in last minute to fill like I guess we could give you a run. Like, come on, bro. Over Dario? Over Dario?
For sure.
Over a 6'10", 40% three-point shooter who can pass and rebound and help when you don't have a big that can shoot at all.
Yeah. And
I'm passionate about Dario.
I mean, it's either Dario. Look, I told you in the video. It's not. It's like Dario, Jay wouldn't care, right? It's the last roster spot. So it is what it is. I mean, you can't go wrong with getting another big man that can shoot. That just makes things different for you. Different ways you can change your lineup. So, I mean, there's always that too. Imagine Dario and Bo on the court at the same time, playing small ball, shooting threes, right? Like, you could definitely go that route. So, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can construct a roster if you get Dario for sure. So, I mean, it's just like I said, either or for that last roster spot.
We know he would take a minimum. He took a minimum last season.
Right. But it looks like it's going to be Okogie. Like,
but why though? Is I guess what
I don't
really
know. It
saying.
just seems that's the way they're gonna go.
But why?
I don't know, Gabe.
I don't like the answer you're giving me, so I'm trying to figure out.
I don't have an answer for you. Me and you are in the same thinking. Like, we like Okogie's defense. We like what he brought, but we don't like the fact that he went from a streaky shooter to a non-shooter, and people were leaving him wide open in the corners when we played him. He was a liability on offense. The offense was literally double book, double KD, have somebody sticky on Beal. Hey, Okogie, just stay over there. And then he'd get the ball wide open and be like, I guess I gotta launch it. Stoink, brick every time, right? So me and you are in the same. So me and you are in the same thinking of that. Like you don't want that because that was a liability. But I mean, it just seems like they like him. They had him opt out so they could give him a bigger contract. It seems like not much bigger, but a little bit bigger. And then they're going to give him bird rights next year. It just seems to be the route they're going with Bowl, Lee, and Okogie this offseason. So it's not really a prediction. It's just what's been reported. And so it is what it is. I'm with you. I'd much rather have a Dario Saric or a Jay Crowder, but it's probably going to be Okogie, man.
And why not another point guard? Are we certain that we don't want another point guard?
I mean, they have Morris. They have your boy Gillespie. I wouldn't be opposed to a Lowry, if they just pulled that off. I wouldn't be mad at that at all, right? Or a campaign. Hurts to say that too, but I wouldn't be opposed to that either, right?
Can you check on your guy Aaron Holiday? What's going on with his status?
He got signed to the Rockets. He's off the table. They brought him back, and they gave him a pretty decent sized contract for it too.
Okay, so makes you feel better if you can't afford him.
Right, you just weren't going to afford Aaron Holiday. The Rockets definitely brought him back on a sizable contract for I think 2 or 3 years, I believe. So he's staying.
Hey, says Gillespie is not playing. You're probably right, Hey Dot. I just hate it because I would give him a chance to play. I like him.
I find it. The comments on our video were kind of mostly positive, which is shocking. I thought there'd be a lot of "you guys are idiots for this," but there was a lot of. There was a lot of hey, when he played, he looked like he belonged, and there probably could have been a bunch of former Nuggets fans who were just like, "Yeah, we love this guy. We didn't want to get rid of him." It could be that too, but I still think Gillespie's capable of giving you a good 10 minutes a game as a point guard. That's just me. You're not going to expect him to do much more.
Ivy, I don't have a problem with those moves. Go on.
What do you say? Suns need to sign a wing for the final roster spot, then cut Roddy, sign Lonnie or Seti, and cut David Roddy. Sure, if it makes the team better. All those were fine.
Yeah.
Yep. How about getting Justin Holiday? I mean, he's still out there. That's a possibility.
I mean, I like Justin Holiday better than I like the idea of Okogie. I'm just done with Okogie, bro. I really am, and I hate to say it, bro. I hate to say it. I feel like a dick. You know, he was such a cool guy. He's so fun to watch. He has such fun moments. But god damn it, is he a liability on offense, bro. You can't even have... Like, what's the point of having a big three if they get to play 5v4 on defense?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Jacob says, what happened to Reggie Bullock? He's still out there. I think belief is he'll probably fetch more than the men. You know, we're just at a point to where we can only offer minimum contracts out. So,
DC Bradley Martin's 260, by the way. Sorry, go on. Inside joke.
But anyway, so I mean, the last roster spot, it's up for grabs. We'll see what happens. I think we'll see. I personally think we'll see a move tomorrow. It just seems to be the way. I think nothing happened today because of the holiday, but I think we will probably see a move tomorrow of that last spot. And so we'll find out. Before, I think they got to get it done relatively soon before the summer league, because I know they're going to be focusing on that. Sundo, can you look up how many wings are still available? I sure can. Give me just 1 second here.
Lufa said, I'll take some Mac McClung. Stop. No. A lot of love for Lonnie Walker, bro, ever since Poison Ivy made that comment. You know, do we need a spark plug score? Is that not that I'm against it, but is that what we need? I'm open. I am open to it. I'm open to Lonnie. Poison Ivy said Reggie Bullock is trash. I don't want him. The older he gets, Poison, the less interested I am in getting him, but you know.
All right, so let me just go through this list of wings that are available. Number one on this list, I really love, and you know who I'm going to say, Gabe?
Let me guess. Hold on. Gordon Hayward.
Gordon.
Let's go.
Hayward is on this list still.
Thank
if we
you.
got Gordon Hayward on a minimum, I would be so happy.
I can't imagine he's getting more than a minimum, bro. He went to OKC. He fell out. How old is he now?
34. We'll be 35.
I want him. See, I've got plans for him. Okay? I really do.
You got you got production plans for the podcast.
Like I was saying the other night, when I thought you were going to miss Bleacher Report and I thought I had to do it all myself, I was studying like I had taken the goddamn Limitless pill, okay? And I was just like watching everything so I'd have enough to talk about the whole time. And I watched a lot of Gordon Hayward, and I'm just like, bro does things that we need in a point forward role. That's what I would want, a point forward role for him. But I see people saying that he can't stay healthy. And
that's a big kicker.
That's also not wrong. But that would be a hype move.
A hype move.
That would be a Sundo jersey purchase, day one.
Oh, man, that would be hilarious.
Day one, you take out a new Amex card to order it, if need be.
So we're looking at just wings here that are available. DeMar DeRozan's on this list, but he's not available. Let's just be honest about that. Not available.
High dollar.
Miles Bridges is on this list, not available.
High dollar.
Caleb Martin on this list.
Too much. He'll get more in a minute.
Yeah, not available. You know what I'm saying? So Sadiq Bey on this list. Jay Crowder.
What would you say before Jay Crowder? What did you say before Jay?
Sadiq Bey.
Sadiq Bey is a 100% in. Bring him now.
Yeah,
Cut Roddy for him.
If he doesn't fetch more, right? So there's always that. So I'm just keep going down this list. Markieff Morris, Kenyon Martin. So there's a bunch, like, there's tons of wings on this list. It's just, are they going to fetch more? And can we afford them? Thaddeus Young, Danilo Gallinari, old guys. Dario Saric on here. Reggie Bullock is on this list. I would take a Reggie Bullock. I honestly would. I would definitely take a Reggie Bullock. But once again, will he take more? Will he go back to Houston if they can offer him more? Your boy Luka Samanic.
Pass.
Marquise Morris, Riddle? Marcus Morris, Kendall Brown. So there's a lot. There's wings on here. It's just, man.
Yeah, YYC. I don't think Gary Trent has to take a minimum yet. Not yet.
It says here Sadiq Bey's still available, man. So I mean, I can Google and see, but Sadiq's still available.
I want him. I want him number one, probably overall. Bro can shoot and defend. That's a good wing. DeAndre Riddle says, is Lowry picked up? No, not yet.
No, not yet.
He's gonna be available, but bro, is Monte Morris not a better option? Do you just give
Lowry?
Yeah.
I don't think he's a better option.
No.
I don't know. I mean, if you told me you were gonna get Kyle Lowry and Monte Morris, I'd be happy with that too. That gives you plenty of ball carrying options.
But what about baby boy?
In depth, especially if you start getting dudes injured and you want to rest guys, and that's good for us throughout the season, right? Like I said, you can go anywhere with this last roster spot as long as it's not somebody who's a liability on offense, and I think we'll be okay.
Holy cow, I can hear your fireworks.
Meanwhile, the fireworks are going off.
They're about to start coming through your windows.
Zone. Right? Ridiculous, dude. It's almost midnight Eastern, 11 o'clock, and they're still shooting them off.
But what about baby boy?
Baby boy who?
Baby boy.
Gordon Hayward?
No. Gillespie.
Gillespie? Look, if Gillespie ends up being but good enough,
because we're not filling a starting point guard, a backup point guard, and a third. We're just.
But once again, it's a two-way. I don't know if he's going to take that last roster spot. If they're going to give him a full contract, right? That's a tough one. If he plays well, I could see him doing that later.
Gillespie on the two-way over Saban at the two-way is like
absolutely. It's night and day.
Oh my god. It makes me feel so good, bro. Night
and day in a joking way, because once, and then night and day because he's literally better than Sabanly, right? Like night and day.
We'll cut that out.
No, we ain't cutting that out. Not at all. But anyway, so that last roster spot, we'll wait and see. I feel like it's gonna get filled tomorrow. So let's move on. Let's just start talking about let's just start grading things. Let's start with the draft. I've said this before. I think this was James Jones' best draft he's had with the Suns, period. Okay. With the fact that you got who you wanted, the moves you made, you were able to move back and get more picks. W for James Jones. Now, the bar was not
so we're just doing draft right now, right?
Doing draft and draft picks. Like okay. What would you grade them? Like, what would you grade the Ryan Dunn pick? Good Lord. Sound like a gun. Someone got shot in the alleyway behind my house right now. Good night, bro.
It was Burner sneaking up to ring your doorbell and somebody got him. Let's see. I'm just putting a poll up for this.
Sean, I like that nickname, The Dungeon. Put him in the dungeon.
You already know that's going to take off.
Oh, you know it will. So I would grade the Ryan Dunn pick. Oh, you put an A in there. So I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna give it a B plus.
Anywhere in that range, right?
I give it a B plus. I want to give it an A. If we were able to, I would have graded it higher if we were able to get Oso at 51. And not traded those two picks. Just imagine if we would have got Oso at 51 and we're able to keep 56 and make another pick and have another younger player. That would have been amazing. But for the fact that you got to move back, though, B plus for the Ryan Dunn pick. That was the guy that you wanted. It's a guy you coveted. You could have took him at 22, but no, instead you got him at 28. Just thought that was a boss move, so I'd give it a B plus for show.
I'm giving it a B just for now because I'm trying to be different this season, this off season.
Mm-hmm.
I want to reserve the right to in summer league which is just coming up in like a week and a half or so. I want to be able in summer league to say, you know what? I'm going to upgrade this B to a B plus or a A if bro is hooping. If bro's hooping and getting buckets and scoring anything more than 13 points a game, but yeah, if he's hitting shots, then we can go ahead and,
Yeah, that's really the kicker is the developing the shooting. So me and you talked about his shot. His shot doesn't look bad. It looks like
great.
He went to a shooting camp and actually shot well, right? Like if you watch him shoot, you're like, oh, that's a good shot shooting for him. I don't think that would be bad. I just think statistically he wasn't good. But if he can develop that, I think he'll be fine. And I think that's part of the reason why James Jones took him. And they took him. I think they think that he will at least develop a decent shot. So I still give it a B plus, like that pick, him, like his attitude, like his mindset.
Would you consider starting him over Grayson?
Would I consider starting him over Grayson? Oh man.
So he's at the 3.
No.
Beal's at the 1. Book's at the 2.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
I'm
not right
saying
away.
Is I need
not
it
right
to
away.
be
Not right away.
Not right away. You don't just say, "Hey, look, we haven't seen him play, but he's taking your spot, you little white bitch." You don't say that. You just say you play it by ear, and if bro is hooping, I don't see why you would remember how small our starting lineup is. We have a 3-guard lineup, and we got ran off the court a lot of times. I'm talking about putting a 6'8", 6'9" defender who can guard anyone on the court at any time and shut shit down in a dungeon. That's right, I stole it. Dungeon, and knock down, hopefully maybe knock down corner threes. But if he's hitting threes, why wouldn't you? And then listen to this backup lineup, bro. You got Monte Morris, Gray Goose Allen, White Flight, Goose Gray Allen,
Royce O'Neal,
Nizzy,
Mason Plumlee,
Bull Busy,
Bull, yeah,
Mason Plizzy.
Yeah, it's a pretty good. I do like some of these names on this on this list of backups. It's
because then when the backups come in, you're going to get some scoring because you got Gray Goose out there.
Hunter says we still got Josh Okogie on the team as an L. We don't have him on the team. He's still a free agent technically. So
yeah, Honcho, free agent.
Not yet, but no. Yeah, I mean, if Ryan Dunn develops a shot, sure, but I don't think he's starting. I think Gray Goose is starting. I think if Ryan Dunn just completely blows us out of the water throughout the season, sure, maybe, but until then, no. DeAndre Riddle, that's one reason why I would do it, though. I like what you just said there because I agree. You get Dunn, if you put Dunn in there, you can play him at 4 and have him play defense, and have offensively put Durant back at the 3.
Would
love
funny?
That.
My brain totally miscalculated what Riddle was saying. I legit thought he was saying Kevin Durant needs to go back to San Francisco.
That's hilarious.
Like, go back to the Warriors. I'm like, Riddle.
Sean says they listed Dunn at 6'6" without shoes is what that actually is. So with shoes, like, add the 2 inches and you'll be fine. He's
a legit built wing stopper. He's not missing any sort of height or length to be a quintessential lockdown. Is that fair? It's got all the measurables and tools for that.
I think with Dunn and some of the moves that we've made, I'm way more confident on defense now for us too. So that's why another reason why I give that Dunn a B plus. Speaking of defense and another lengthy player, Oso, or let me give it a shot. Okay. Osasire Igadoro. Okay. From Marquette, second round pick. We picked him at what, 40? I believe we got him at 40 after moving up from 51 and 56. What would you grade that pick?
Can I give an incomplete?
You want to give an incomplete grade?
Yeah, not anything that has to do with him. It just has to do with, I'm getting mixed reviews. I'm getting people saying on one hand, you guys reached for him. You didn't need to trade up for him. And I'm hearing and seeing things about some NBA scouts saying he was one of the biggest steals in the entire draft, and he was one of their top centers. And I just don't know what to think, man. My head is too convoluted with contrasting ideas that I can't.
Well, let me just start with what I like about him, right? From interviews and hearing him talk, he's a heady player, knows the game of ball. He's not a boneheaded player. I don't think you're going to get that from him. He's lengthy. He is a connector. He can pass pretty well. His tape's solid. My thing about him is, once again, that free throw form is awful. I think offensively, he's only going to get you buckets from 10 feet. He's got that little floater. He's got some decent post moves. But at 6'10", 6'11", he's only 224 pounds, I believe he weighed in that. So,
but bro,
he's light. So that's kind of my thing.
He might be light, but how old is he?
21.
Bro, I think it's an age thing. Looking at him, like, think about how much muscle Giannis has put on, and now think about how skinny he was compared to where Oso already looks muscular. He is pretty ripped. He is ripped.
That is true.
Like, all you got to do is fucking sprinkle some whey protein on him, and he's gonna sprout, bro. And they're gonna have him on a impeccable diet. And I think he'll be 250 in 3 years from now. He's going to look like an Adonis, bro. He's going to look like a nightmare.
No. I mean, I'm with you on that. So I'm with you on the incomplete grade. I would still give it B minus, C plus. Like I said, I know people are saying that it's a steal and that they got him, and I know why they moved up, because players on that board in that second round were moving quick. Because we were watching that too, and we were like, okay, when's Filipowski gonna go? Immediately. Okay, when's Kolek gonna go? Oh, well, Kolek might go 50 immediately. What about AJ Mitchell? He should be going to 47 immediately, right? Like, players were just going bop, 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 immediately off the board. I'm pretty sure they were like, hey, all these guys on our board are leaving. We need to abort mission, move up, and let's go ahead and get this guy instead of waiting. And I think that was probably what happened. Right. I would have loved to have had them let them sit at 51 and 56 and get him there and get someone else. But man, I feel like it, with me and you, with the way we did our scouting and we had our list, and the way, I'm not saying we're like professional scouts here, but a lot of players are getting off that board quick in the second round. It was pretty wild. So I think that's probably why they moved up and got him. But so I would give it a C plus, B minus, and we'll stay there. And I'm with you. I would ask to be able to change my grade later.
Right, for sure. I think we need to do another regrading during the summer league. And even those grades will be too early. Yeah. That'll be too early, but we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it. And then at the end of the season,
Yeah, for sure.
Or we'll do it halfway through the season and then at the end. It's a continuous thing because we don't know. We don't know how they're going to translate. Like, for instance, Gary, very smart basketball mind in my opinion. He thought Wemby was going to struggle. He thought there would be some struggles, but nah, it was just giving him the work, giving these old men the work from day one. So, like, you don't know. Nobody knows how they're going to translate. But if Oso translates the way it looks like he could, man, like, I'm just sad that he has a broken shot. I'm sad his brain's broke.
If he can develop a jumper,
no, he can't,
from the free throw line.
No,
I would be. No. I would love that.
You're asking Bismack Biyombo to develop a jumper. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, maybe.
That dude's jumper is
Stranger
broken.
Stranger things have happened. But yeah, like, I'm with you on that.
I've seen some demigorgons with better jump shots than him. Speaking of Stranger Things, moving along.
Let's just talk about it. Our guy. Okay, because me and you both were like, hey, we really like this guy. Our guy. Jalen Bridges. Small forward, wing, 3-and-D wing out of Baylor. 23 years old. We believe that's why he went undrafted. Apparently, that's the steal of undrafted free agency for us. Jalen Bridges out of Baylor.
What lockdown defender. A.
You give it an A
because signing? Of where they got him outside of the draft. Nothing less than an A. That's an A move, bro. To get him without having to even use a draft pick is an A.
If I was a guessing person, I would guess that they wanted to get Oso at 51 and him at 56. And the fact that they were able to sign him.
They were like, well, we're just going to be able to get Oso. Ecstatic. We're only going to get Oso.
Yeah, I think they were ecstatic that they were able to get him in free agency. So, I give it an A too as far as that goes. We watched the tape. We really do believe in this kid. I think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong. What are you laughing at? And what are you doing with your American flag tank top over here? Just moving stuff around.
I was just grabbing water. I'm laughing because somebody said we need to give Bull some Compound V, which is from The Boys. It's like it turns you into a superhero. It's like PEDs but for superheroes. Yeah.
So yeah, Jalen Bridges for sure. I give that an A. So let's I will save those two for later. Let's go to the free agency offseason. Our first signing.
Well, we talked. There was two things I wanted to talk about. So we did talk about starting Ryan Dunn, but then there was one other thing. Nurk Daddy. Did you see Nurk Daddy and how skinny he is?
I did not. He's looking skinny.
Not in a bad way, in a good way, but that's how he started out last season. He was super slim last season. And I told Tori, and Tori goes, yeah, honestly, he plays better with weight on him. He's not better when he's skinnier. So I don't know. I don't know if he feels like dropping some weight is going to help him shoot better.
It probably helps him stay healthy.
I don't know what healthy, but he was so healthy last season, bro.
He wasn't the healthiest player.
Bro, he might have played them. He was damn near
Mikhail Beal. He was better than Beal.
He missed there was eight games all season.
But they were out of nowhere, and it was
no.
He might be doing it.
It just feels really bad because we lost every time he didn't play. But he didn't miss a lot of games. He might have missed. I think he missed under 10 games. Somebody, if you could tell me.
Either way, I think he might be doing it for health because. Didn't he have a hand injury, someone said, and a bunch of other stuff? And so I could see him slimming down just for
get
healthy.
Reasons. Yeah.
I can see him doing
if
that.
anyone can't connect the dots between losing weight and your hand feeling better, internal swelling. If you get off of sugar and carbs, your internal swelling goes down. It helps you heal. So,
yep. So, I mean, him being skinny, it's fine. He'll probably play back into his weight anyway throughout the season. I'm fine with it.
But we need him shooting threes, don't you? I mean, don't you see what's happening here? They're gonna give it a go with him, and if it doesn't work with Bud's offense, he is going to be the first one shipped out of town for a bag of potato chips.
Possibly,
bro. They're gonna
possibly.
You've been doing this long enough. What's everyone gonna say? Come time. We need a center that can shoot. Come on! They've already been saying that. That's what they're going to be saying. I know they've already been
saying that. I just don't think that he's. It makes no sense to move Nurk. It doesn't do anything for you other than maybe get some capital if you think that Oso and Plumlee can get it done right. Like that's the only reason why you move him is if you think, hey, this kid Oso's better than we thought, and Plumlee's good, and you want to move on from him. That's the only way you do it. But it makes no sense to move on from Nurk, not contract wise. It doesn't get you out of the apron, anything like that. It still keeps you there. So you trade him for basically nothing, and other teams possibly know that and won't give up a lot of capital for him. So I mean, it doesn't make any sense to move on from Nurk at all. And I don't care if fans are clamoring and saying, we don't like him, he doesn't shoot threes. He's still a solid player. Our winning percentage and our efficiency was way up when in games he played and was way up when he was on the floor. So lay off Nurk. This whole Nurk hate has been ridiculous. My whole reason why during the end of the season I was like, move on from Nurk was like, it helps you get closer to being out of the apron, yada, yada, yada. But at that point, looking back at it, no, it really doesn't help. The only way you're going to get out of the apron is trading one of the big three. That's not happening at all either. So you're keeping Nurk. It's 4 years. It's 3 more years. Like, that's a lot of control for a solid player, a solid center. You're keeping Nurk.
They're going to keep him. Not disagreeing with you on that.
And it's at 18 mil. When we seen what some of these guys are getting, yeah, you're going to keep him.
Let's not go into how much money he should be making or shouldn't be making. That's a whole different.
That's not the point I'm making. Hartenstein just got the bag. Okay, you're keeping Nurk.
I don't know if Hartenstein throws up what might as well be square basketballs when he shoots from three, but that's just because. It's a whole thing. And I don't want to be that guy because I do like Nurk and I see the benefit. I just think we need one center. I think we need one center. And I think you're with I think you probably have 40% of Suns fandom in agreement with you if they heard out our arguments. And I think 60% are with me. And I think come halfway through the season, if things aren't perfect, it's going to be get him gone. We need a new center, trade him, whatever. I just think that's what it's going to be.
You might be right, but I'm just telling you and everybody else, it makes no sense to move him at all right now. It doesn't help you. It doesn't get it out of the apron. You're not going to pull back a whole lot of value for him. No one's clamoring for him, right? You're not going to get a bunch of capital for him. He's staying. It is what it is. That's your center for the next 2 seasons. Sorry.
Whoa. That's
your center for the next 2 seasons. Sorry.
Don't sneak in an extra season on us. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm just saying because of the way the roster's constructed, we've talked about this. The big three are here for Booker's here for 4, Beal's here for 3, KD's here for at least 2 if they don't extend them.
If it don't work,
Nurk's here for 3. So if they keep the big 3 together, Nurk is staying. That's all there is to it.
I'm going to need him to remember how to shoot. I'm going to need him.
Who knows? If the hand injury excuse is valid, then he'll learn.
I don't care if he needs to get his hand cut off and replaced with a Neuralink hand. I don't care if he needs to be having some hypnotherapy to help him. I don't care what the fuck it is, bro. But they double our best players when Nurk is on the court? Why do you think 50% of the time Nurk was in the post versus tiny players that shouldn't have been guarding him? Because the defense was designing it as, we don't care if he scores, that's fine. You two double Durant, we're going to be all over Booker. Whoever has it gets a double. We're never going to be as dangerous as we should be until we have a center that you have to go stand by.
So I'm going to say something. I'm going to tell you to give it a chance because we now have a new coach who isn't going to have a stupid offense. Because remember, because I'm gonna bring this up. Remember what Kevin Durant said when we were playing the Kings and he was talking to Mike Brown. What did Mike Brown tell him?
We ain't scared of y'all. We're
not worried about your offense at all.
Your guys' offense is so simple.
So I'm just going to tell you right now, give it a chance. New coach, new offense. We'll see. Let's move on to free agency.
Can I just take one little side note on that?
One more side note, and then we're moving on.
Maybe, just maybe, Bull will be the answer.
Hey, I'm with you on that. I'd love for that to be the answer.
They run a thing where they do play Bull, but they're keeping him out at the 3-point line on offense. And I don't know, maybe having Kevin Durant guard the centers when it's a center who's not too beefy. Moving along.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Free agency. Grade these. We're going to grade these signings. YYC just said Sarge makes a lot of sense now. Hey, I'm with it. If we get Sarge, cool. Bet. Awesome. Moving on. Mason Plum Dog Millionaire. Mason Plumlee. How are you grading that one?
Cop out.
Cop out. What do you mean by that?
I'm going to cop out.
Oh, you're going to cop out. Okay, let's hear
it. Incomplete. Don't know. Have to see. I have to see him. I don't know. I've always wanted him. I have always wanted him to be our backup. Always. But now that I'm seeing Clippers fans in the same type of bliss that we find ourselves in getting rid of Eubanks, it's got me suspicious. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. I will say solid player, better than Eubanks. He's not going to not the flashiest player. I'd give it a C+. C+ signing.
Okay.
He's 34, vet player. You got him on the vet min, so it's not like you signed him for this ridiculous contract. It's a vet min. And a vet min is what you gave Eubanks last year. If he's better than Eubanks, it's automatically a better signing for me, right? So C+ for now. I mean, he's got to be better than Eubanks, right?
Bro, if he ain't, if we find ourselves
yelling at Mason Plumlee the entire offseason, I don't think so, bro. He's bigger than Eubanks. He's got better size than Eubanks. He actually is headier than Eubanks.
It's true. He is an actual center. I
think I can trust him to make some jumpers in the paint. I don't think when Drew Eubanks puts up a hook shot, like we just cross our fingers and like hope for the best, and we were impressed. Oh my gosh, you hit that floater! Like we were impressed at that, Gabe, for Drew Eubanks. I don't think we will be for Plumlee, bro. So,
like there's a difference, and they're not always right. Fans aren't always right. Like for instance, I was tricked when when we signed D. Lee, you and me did a video. That was one of our first videos we did together, bro.
We did not like D. Lee, and then he freaking shut us up with that clutch shot.
We didn't like him, and then the comments were mostly Golden State fans thanking us for taking him because they didn't think that anyone would ever sign him away and that he was a Nepo baby and that the only reason he was on the Warriors was because of Steph, and they didn't think anyone would be stupid enough to sign him. So thank you for getting him up. That was like resoundingly what they said, but we ended up really liking him. So that's doesn't always have to be true, but you have to admit it does feel a lot better when you sign someone and you hear their fan base be like, damn, we shouldn't have let him get away. Or just any sort of positive reinforcement like, hey, you guys are going to like him. He's nice. He's underrated. Ain't none of that with Plumlee. So I'm worried. Go on.
You're worried, huh? Fair enough. Fair enough that you're worried. I still think he's going to be better than Eubanks. I still give it a C+. Moving on, next pick.
Honcho, that's what Ryan Dunn is. Honcho says we need a strong small forward. Ryan Dunn.
Hey, Katie, I don't have to work tomorrow, so shut your mouth. Okay. So moving on, next free agent pickup would be your guy, Monte Morris, point guard out of Iowa State. Journeyman point guard, I guess you can call him. Started with the Nuggets. They drafted him, went to the Raptors, ended up on the Wolves last year. I guess he got bought out because he was traded from Toronto to Detroit, I think, and then he got bought out because he played for 3 teams last year. So that's, I don't even know the transactions. I'm just assuming that's kind of the route he took. How do you feel about the Monte Morris free agency signing?
A lot better after I watched him play. You know, because just knowing who he was, watching him play versus the Suns, watching him play against the Mavs after they dispatched of us, watching them beat the Nuggets, I was never thinking, man, that's a guy I wish we could get. I didn't have those sorts of thoughts. But then when I went back and did a much closer look, it's like, yeah, what's not to like? Really good three-point shooter. If you watch him play in college, bro, he was like a little wannabe baby Kyrie. Like, not as flashy dribbles, but he had a lot of Kyrie-like moves. He has a clutch gene when it comes to shooting at the end of the games. Like, he was a dog. He was the man in his college. A lot of dudes
could be dogs in college.
I'm just saying, he was the man.
Shabazz Napier was a dog. What happened to Shabazz?
Well, but Shabazzy boy couldn't shoot 40% from 3.
Fair enough.
Okay, like this dude. So he's just so... Everything we asked for trait-wise, he's got. He's just not the guy I thought I wanted. That's it.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, for sure. That is the exact way to put it. We wanted Chris Dunn. We wanted a Chris Dunn, a Kyle Lowry, but I think he's decent on defense. He doesn't turn the ball over, and I think that's really the key. He doesn't turn the ball over. Okay, 0.2, average 0.25. 0.25, Gabe. I'm going to say it again. 0.25 turnovers.
What are his assists?
Season.
Because Jason saying Monte is not a passing point guard.
On 3 assists per game. But here's the deal.
Bad.
He only played, 10, 15 minutes per game. You can give me 3 assists and not turn the ball over in that time when all of our guys are sitting down, because that was really a big problem for us last year. I will take it.
It's a good point.
I will absolutely
take that, Jason. Just kidding. But he owned you, Jason. He kind of low-key cooked you, Jason.
No, I didn't low-key cook him.
I'm going to be waiting for your response, Jason. Get him.
I didn't cook him. I'm just saying, like, the type of player that he is, I will take that. Take that over. I will take that over what we had last year, which was not a backup point guard at all. We had freaking Nick Saban Lee as our backup point guard. Like, what are we doing?
Retired Alabama football coach.
So yes, you're going to take Monte Morris at this point, and then not to mention we just skip past him, but I'll bring him up. Colin Gillespie as well as a 2-way. That's an upgrade over Saban Lee. So we're good. We're good. I would grade this a B signing. Saban Lee was not our guy, Jason. Now don't you even start with us.
There was
start with us.
There was a brief time in which
there was never a brief time.
A brief time where he showed some promise.
For me,
yes, it was. Here's how brief it was. He came into existence in our minds on a 10-day.
Oh, the can't go back. Yeah, when he was in can't go back mode. Yeah, when he was in can't go back mode. Sure,
he made threes. Up until the playoffs, bro's broken Frankenstein style jumper went in, and then all of that was done for after a while. So,
oh man, but Monte Morris for sure. I give it a B plus if you push me to give him a higher grade, but I do like the signing. He'll be solid. I saw someone say if you let him start, he might be solid. I mean, I don't think we expect him to start. He's definitely going to be the second team point guard to give Beal and Booker reprieve so they don't have to handle the ball as much, have the ball in their hands so much.
And then do you think Gillespie is enough?
I think Gillespie's also a depth piece for the season for sure to help out with that as well.
I selfishly kind of want them to just I want Gillespie on the court, bro. Like, I've got this burning suspicion about this. You just want it for
kid. The meme?
No, hell no.
You just want to make another white flight hat, okay? That's all you want.
What if he dunks? What if he dunks?
Make another white flight,
a special edition white flight hat.
You want to make the Great White Hope merch. That's what you want out of this. Okay?
I believe in him, bro. I believe in him. Look. He is TJ McConnell.
Look, we got TJ McConnell at home. We got Tyler Kolek at home. I like this kid, Tyler Gillespie. I think in the limited minutes that he will play, in the limited minutes that we've seen him play, and we looked at the stats, I think when you see him play, it's going to look like he belongs. The only issue is he doesn't play very good defense. He's going to get blown by. But if you have a smart coach, much like, I'm going to bring this up again, much like whenever we played the T-Wolves, what did the Timberwolves do with Mike Conley? Did you ever see Mike Conley have to play defense?
That's true. They always hit him. Yeah.
So if you have a good coach, you can hide guys like that for sure.
Well, we don't have a good defensive coach, so that's the big issue with Bud. Mark my words, that's what we're going to be upset about, is that he can't make defensive adjustments.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, you told me that, and thanks for bringing that back up.
But go on.
But no, I do like Tyler Gillespie. I think the Tyler Gillespie, Monte Morris.
Tyler Gillespie, everyone.
Colin Gillespie. Why did I say Colin Gillespie?
Because he is Tyler Kolek.
He is Tyler.
Light.
Yeah. Tyler McConnell.
Yes.
Colin Gillespie and Monte Morris combo. I think it's not even a think. It's just a definite upgrade over Saban Lee last year. So We'll say B. We'll combine them and make it an A, but each individual signings are B plus and B for me, especially Colin on a 2-way. I thought that was real sneaky. Moving on, we're bringing back your boy DeJounte Reed.
Who?
I'm joking. Damian Lee. I was going to give him like a super black name, like DeJounte Reedus Lee. Didn't come out that way. But what do you think about bringing him back? If I'm going to be honest with you, it was just like, okay, cool, we brought D Lee back. Right? That's literally my reaction. There was no like, oh, we brought him back, let's go. It was just like, okay, cool, we brought him back, cool. Right? That was just my reaction. I know what I'm going to get from D Lee. I'm going to get a solid player. He's going to hit you. He's going to hit some shots. He's not going to be the best on defense. He can handle the ball somewhat, so you can trust him there a little bit, not all the time. Good culture guy, so like he's just a solid player, right? Like, so I give bringing him back, and the fact that if he does well, you get the bird rights on him for next year with this signing. Yeah, you basically, I got to give this another B plus. I do like that. We'll go with B. How do you feel about D-Lee? Because you're making a bunch of weird faces as I talk, because I guess you just didn't like what I had to say about how I wasn't hyped about the sign.
You don't respect him enough.
I respect D-Lee. Oh my gosh.
You respected him with your grade, but your words were like, your grade should have been a C minus.
No, because it wasn't like he's already been here, right? I expected him to come back, so it wasn't like, it was just like, good, we got him, cool, bet. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't out of left field.
Sniper. Same thing that happened with Grayson happened with him. He was shooting like 55% from three, but didn't get invited to the NBA three-point shooting contest during the All-Star break because it wasn't on enough shots. Okay? So, same thing with Grey Goose. He's another Grey Goose. We have another one with way cooler hair. And it's like you're just forgetting about his hair or something. But it's like he's not a lockdown defender, but he's got a dog. He's got a dog mentality. He don't take shit. You know what he does take, though?
Threes.
A lot of charges.
Take that.
Bro be taking charges, baiting you into offensive fouls, baiting people into cheesy ass. I'm talking cheesy fouls that should not, like CP3 level fouls. And just energy. He's hyped. And he hits his threes and he gets everybody in a good mood. Yes, but the important thing, Sundo, is that he hits his fucking threes. Okay? That's what's important. He hits them more often than not. It's crazy. So to have another guy like him when you lost Gordon, who was supposed to be that but wasn't. So really, I'm just praying that he can get the rust off and be himself.
Okay. Huncho. We're not getting Miles Bridges. So just stop saying that, please. Miles Bridges is probably going to sign back.
That was a one-time thing we were doing. That was a one-time thing. They're probably
going to bring him back, and they're going to give him bird rights, and then they'll move him from there. It's not happening. He didn't want to come to us because he wanted to wait until the end of the season so that he could get a big-time payday because contractually that's the way it was set up. He ain't interested in us. Why don't he want me, Uncle Phil? Why don't he want me, man?
Moving on.
So moving on, D-Lee, good signing. I know you're cooking me, but yes, D-Lee is solid.
I could very well be too optimistic.
I don't think you're too optimistic. I think he's going to be a solid player. Like he's been here, culture guy. You know what you're going to get. Solid player, like it. It also is. He's also a sort of. I mean, he's not a point guard, but you can trust him to handle the rock a little bit if you would. So that helps out as well. The meniscus. I'm glad. There's one thing I'll point out. He did take the long surgery. Okay, he didn't take the short surgery that would leave. You know. What was the two surgeries with the meniscus? It was like the 4-month long surgery that doesn't damage knee, and there's the quick scope 6-week long. What was that you were explaining to me? The two types of surgeries you can get on a meniscus?
Yeah, so you can either get the meniscus basically scrapped and thrown in the trash and it heals, and then you don't have a meniscus. Or you can have it surgically repaired. And that takes longer. You got that one.
So
but if you scrap it, you can play way sooner, but you're guaranteed to have
knee issues.
Yeah, like
life.
Arthritis and stuff later in your career. Yeah. That's what happened to Bledsoe. That's what robbed Bledsoe.
So I mean, I like that he did that. He came back. So yeah, D-Lee's gonna be solid, man. D-Lee for sure, solid player. So altogether, what's the offseason grade for you so far? Altogether, draft, free agency, getting Coach Bud, making the coaching changes, front office moves.
I gotta go with a
what
B.
limited resources we got. You're gonna give it a B.
I can't go higher than a B
For the offseason?
Yeah,
for the entire offseason.
I appreciate the things they've done. I like the moves, but they weren't the best moves possible.
I think with the situation that you put yourself in by getting Kevin Durant and being in a second apron, I'm with you. I think you give it a B plus in that area. Some people are saying A just because look at what they did with where they're at. Okay, but yeah, we'll give them a B. I think if they make some sort of wizardry move with this next roster spot, then we can probably bump the grade up. But I don't think there's not anything coming. There's no wizardry move happening, right? So it's a B for me. Even if they get a Jay Crowder or Okogie and bring one of those guys back, or Dario Saric. I know if you get Dario Saric, you're going to move it up because that's just you. But
did we bring any former Suns back that weren't on the team last year? We didn't. All those guys we wanted back, and they said, nope, we ain't giving you shit back.
I mean, let's be real. The way some of those guys got shipped out toward the end of it,
Monty.
It wasn't good.
Monty.
Right? It wasn't good.
Monty.
And the way Monty kind of treated them, I'm going to play my guys, no one else. It wasn't good. So I bet you their experience in Phoenix wasn't the greatest. The only person I can see coming back is Boss 99. That's because it's Boss 99. Like Crowder just seems like
you just
he don't
love
care. He's
that
his
dude
money.
So much. Is it the braids?
Yes.
His braids are great. Whatever, Nesto.
Yes. All right, so we're moving on, Gabe, to the Summer League preview. So, of course, we have the three rookies, I guess, if you count Jalen Bridges. We also have 2 Exhibit 10 signings, and Colin Gillespie. We got to remember him because he's going to go there too. So, Gillespie's going to be there with Bridges, with Dunn and Oso. But we have 2 Exhibit 10 signings. We have Tyrese Samuel from Florida, the big man from Florida. And your guy, point guard from Northwestern, Boo Buie.
Go ahead and talk to him about your boy Boo Buie. This is a great poll. This is such a simple poll.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, be honest, because no one knows like who's answering this the certain way. Just I want to know. I gotta close this last poll. So what was the last poll results?
I didn't see. There you go. Right,
Ryan Dunn pick.
Ryan Dunn, 48% A, 47% B, 2% C, 0% on the D. Pause.
Okay, so it's Buie.
Yes, Boobuie. Boo Buie.
Okay. Question is, have you seen Boo Buie play? Yes or no? I'm just curious. No shame if you haven't.
And it doesn't count Googling highlights. Like, did you ever watch him play?
No. Even Googling highlights counts.
Okay. Googling highlights counts?
Even having, yeah. They just said, who the fuck is that? Who the fook is that guy?
Boo Buie. All right, so Boo Buie is a point guard out of Northwestern, and honestly, he looks just like Gabe Vincent. He got the braids. What is it? The braids? He got the braids. He's light skinned just like Gabe Vincent. Got the beard and the goat. All of it looks just like Gabe Vincent, bro. It's kind of crazy.
Justice said, "I think I ate some Boo Buie once." I think we need to pull it up.
Can you pull it up?
Come on, let's do it. Who cares?
Pull up the Boo Buie highlights. You pull them up. on the stream. He's a 10-day contract type player, won't be in the league by GTA 6 Slayer says. Well,
what a weird way to say it.
So, we gave him the Exhibit 10 contract, him and Tyree Samuel from Florida. For those that don't know, the Exhibit 10 basically is a veteran minimum contract. And you have up until the beginning of the season to make it a two-way contract. So basically, I guess it's a way to just convince them to come to your summer league team. We'll give you a little bit more money if you come to the summer league team. We get to scout you, check it out. And if we don't like you, we'll just let you go by the season starts. So they could be on this team all the way through the preseason. So there's that too. Gabe got this. You got him up?
Yeah, almost.
I see.
Just resize him a little bit here. All right, folks. You wanted Boo Booey.
You're getting Boo Booey.
You all been clamoring for Boo Booey. Here we go. To me, bro, looks like if Devin Booker and Jose Alvarado had a baby.
Gabe Vincent.
There you go.
Gabe Vincent, bro.
Northwestern, a good school, bro. Big Ten school. Can finish, can shoot, can pass. I don't, necessarily think he's going to be a defensive stopper or some shit, but
Jose Alvarado is, I think that's a decent comparison. Like, if he can be as annoying as Jose Alvarado, you got something.
He's like Jose, but bigger and like better offense. I don't think he's probably as good of a defender. Probably nowhere near as good of a defender, but I'm just saying in the face.
Number 0, Boo Booey.
I like that little scoop.
I just saw the scoop.
He's kind of swaggy, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, he really is. I got to figure out why he's a free agent or why he was unrestricted, because he's kind of confusing in that way. Bro got that floater game down. You got to admit, he does look like Jose Alvarado.
So let's go ahead and look at Boo Booey. I'll give you some stats. 6'2", 180 pounds, from Albany, New York. I know you wanted to know that. He is
Look at these leaning threes, bro. Who does that?
He's not a red shirt. He stayed for the COVID year.
Okay.
Stayed for the COVID year. His freshman year averaged 10 points, 2.5 assists. Shot 28% from 3. That's not good freshman year, but sophomore year did better with 36%. Still averaged.
I love him. Shut up. Assists. I love him.
I'm giving you the stats. Of course you love him. You always do this. But no, he looks like a decent kind of point guard. We gave him the Exhibit 10. So he's going to be on his team at least through the preseason. And you can convert him to a two-way. Also, I think this is also a summer league, a G League kind of signing too as well, right? You convert him to the two-way and send them back, right?
Like, he can shoot off all kinds of different platforms, bro. Like, doesn't have to be a clean catch and shoot. Off 1 foot, off 2, leaning to the left, leaning to the right. Unselfish. What's the downside to him? Do you know? Is he old? Is he 23 years old?
Yes. I told you he played.
He had
the COVID year.
Oh no, that's right, terrible.
So that's really the issue. Is the COVID.
He's worked on his craft for a whole couple more years, the way they used to back when Jordan was playing and everyone did it that way. Weird.
Yeah, he's 24 years old, Gabe. So he's the older kind of cat.
Plitty said, "I'll take him over Beal right now."
The Beal slander's crazy.
Bro's cooking. He's cooking. Dude, can we get to the Summer League now? Remember when I told you Boo Booey was good and you didn't want to pay attention?
Oh, shut
You didn't want to pay attention.
Be quiet. I absolutely hate you right now because I told you this guy could be decent. He could be a good two-way player. He's definitely going to be on the G League team for sure, and could potentially be a developmental type piece. And you said,
but his name is Boo Booey. Can he change his name?
No, he cannot.
To something a little bit more respectable. It's just so cartoonish.
He's definitely going to light the Summer League up. That's for sure. And he's definitely going to be on the G League team. Like I feel like they're going to convert him to a two-way and he's going to the G League. And I think Gillespie's going to stay up with us. That's what I think.
B says he might be a Boo Booey truther now. That's what I'm saying. Bro is just so nice.
Donkey Ball says, "Let me show you only my good plays," right?
That's true. That's true. We are showing only his good plays, but it's like his good plays are so good. Look at that. Look at this no-look pass, bro. It's so dirty, bro. He's got a bag. And range. What did he shoot from 3?
36%. Oh, his senior year, he shot 42. So there's that. But he's freshman year was 28, and he went from 36, 35, 36. And then his senior year, he really went to 42. So I think this is going to be a good summer league get. I think
this
he's
is in
light
the Big Ten. You know,
I think he'll light it up in a summer league, and then once again, I repeat, he will be our G League point guard with your boy Tio Maladon.
All right, I've seen enough of him. I love him.
All right, the next Exhibit 10 contract that we signed is a center from Florida named Tyrese Samuel.
Now, so what did that poll say?
I'm pretty sure nobody ever saw that man play, bro. Let's be real.
So 76% said no, and about 21% of you were just lying. No, just kidding. 80-20 no. Okay, next poll. Let's just go ahead and assume it's even worse. None of you have seen Tyrese Samuel play. I haven't seen Tyrese Samuel play. Where do we go here? Pull this video up for y'all.
So once again, this is another 5-year player. COVID year.
Give me some height and weight.
Another COVID year. He's a 6'10" center at 235 pounds. Transferred to Florida his last year, and that's where he's from. But he played in Seed Hall in the Big East for the first 4 seasons, so that's not bad either, being a Big East player. Once again, you're just getting yourself another typical in the paint big man. He's not really a shooter. I would say a Bismack Biyombo type player, but
rim runner,
basically nothing special. Once again, I think this is just another 2-way going to summer league.
Kind of athletic player.
He's kind of athletic. Look at him run the floor.
Yeah. So it's just we just keep getting the same center over and over, like the same thing, like can't shoot, can't shoot.
Yep. And that's my thing, and that's why I asked you, Gabe. And I just feel like,
this pass! Watch this pass coming up. Go on.
I feel like they think that's a good pass. I feel like they think that they don't need a shooting center, or there's going to be a philosophy change there for him.
I guess, but that's
he says, what happened to Udoka Azubuike? Well, that's another thing I was going to say. The way they've done things, Udoka's not coming back. especially if they sign his kid to an exhibit 10 and he ends up on the G League team. Udoka could have been on the G League team at this point.
Right. But I mean,
he's still a free agent. So I think Udoka is cooked. I think he's donezo.
God, bro, fucking Frank.
Chris uses Summer League body, to be honest, facts. And I think that's what it is. But that Summer League body can turn into a G League body. So, and that's how I think they're heading with this.
I don't hate him, you know?
No.
All right, who's next?
But once again, but I'm with you. It's just like, hey, I don't know who's next. I don't know who else is on the squad. I just know these are the 2 Exhibit 10 contracts that we made.
Oh, but we've got a...
And then Colin Gillespie is the only guy playing on Summer League too. We've talked about him.
Zambuki, now you're speaking my language. Prime Channing Frye would have been perfect for this squad. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Meek Mill says, send me the link to your Discord, Gabe. Tell him the process.
Meek, you gotta hit me up or Sundo up on Twitter or Discord DM. Just got to make sure you're not actually Voldemort. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, make sure that you're...
Hey Dot says, Boo Booey played for us last season Summer League, right? No, right? He's just coming out of college. No.
He's just coming out of college. No.
We're going to have a fun Summer League team this summer. Okay? We're actually going to have a fun time watching Ryan Dundon and Oso and Colin Gillespie and Bapa Booey. All right?
Bapa Booey's crazy.
So you can't find another... I'm pretty sure there's a list of Summer League
there's
players.
A list of... Oh, there's a whole list of Summer League players, but let me look it up. I know there's a list. Hold on.
You look where you're going to look. I'm going to look on Twitter real quick. So
You won't find it on Summer League. There's actually an updated... There's actually a roster. 3 days ago, Arizona Sports, the roster tracker. Ryan Dunn will be there. Oso will be there. Jalen Bridges, Colin Gillespie. We talked about Tyrese Samuel. We talked about Boo Booey. Here we go. Malik Osborne, from Florida State. But he is an older player. He's out of the 2022 draft class. So I don't know if you want to talk about Malik Osborne since he's an older player. Tyson Walker, Michigan State guard, of course. So he's a former Michigan State guard. You know, Matt Ishbia wanted to get him there. Mason Walters from Wyoming. So, and that's all we got so far.
What was the guard? What was the guard's name?
Tyson Walker from Michigan State.
Tyson Walker?
Yes.
Tyson Walker. Okay.
Someone says you guys are forgetting Jalen Bridges. Nope, we're not forgetting Jalen Bridges. We've already talked about Jalen Bridges.
Do you guys want to watch Jalen Bridges play? Because we could do that. But
we could definitely do that for sure. But we already talked about I'll watch Jalen Bridges.
We probably should. Sure. I will for sure watch Jalen Bridges highlight tape. Yeah, we were just talking specifically about Summer League players. But he is in the Summer League, so we got to pull him up, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is Tyson Walker. Can you give me a height and weight?
Give me a second here as I
smooth.
Look it up. Not really the...
Looks like a little Ish Smith.
6 foot, 162 pounds. Little guy, light guy.
Is this going to be like a Baby Bow Wow situation where we're like, give up the ball?
It might be. He shot. His 3-point stats are kind of nice. Shot 47% his junior year.
What? 47?
Yep, 47%. Averaging
how many was
attempts.
he taking? 2. Okay.
And then the next year,
This is
Average
a Matt
41.
Ishbia special, Michigan State.
Absolutely,
He's
yep.
making the team.
Yes.
Ooh,
So
I like that pound dribble.
he shot 41% on 4 attempts. Then the next year after that, so he's solid guy. And yeah, that's all I got for you because I just don't want to do too much more research on a guy who's not going to make the squad. But this is your summer
I don't
league
know.
guy.
This is
one of your
Ishbia's
summer league
guy.
players. No, he's not making a squad. Let's not even
He's
start that.
nice, bro.
Let's
and
not even start that. Gabe,
I'm
you're
not
looking
saying
at highlights.
I'm saying making potentially a 2-way or a G League squad.
Oh, G League squad, possibly, but
you know, like actually be kept around, like in a developmental way. Because
Bees for sure. It's really summer league is going to be fun to watch because I think that we actually put together a squad that's actually going to be fun and dudes that are hungry that want to make it. Because the last few years, there's been a bunch of dudes.
Look at this
Sticks.
ankle snatch.
Guys, do you remember that Sticks year that we watched?
That was kind of fun.
That was bad. All those players around him were so bad.
But having Sticks out there was fun. But yeah, we were just screaming, give Sticks the ball, get the F out of his way. I like this little dude Tyson, I'm not going to lie. And the fact that he's a Michigan State alum gives him an arrow up. It means the wind is at his back, bro.
That's actually a very fair point just because. Go ahead and bring up your boy Jalen Bridges. Let the people see. I'm sure people have already seen him, but bring him up.
Okay, now
bring him up.
Once again, do not answer this to impress someone because no one knows who said yes or who said no. Have you seen Jalen Bridges' film? Okay. Do not lie. Do not lie. And you should have by now. You should have, but it's okay if you haven't. Not everybody, you know, a lot of you are probably just waiting to see him at the Summer League. So he said we should also look up some Jalen Bridges, West Virginia. Let's go Baylor first. This'll do, pig.
Baby Mouse says, I'm a Blazers Uprise fan. Of course, I know Jalen Bridges. I'm sick of him, bro.
All right, here we go. Ready? Jalen Bridges, folks. That was a weird highlight. Didn't get to see what actually happened. Okay, he can dunk from a standstill. He can get his own rebound. Bro, he looks bigger than 6'6" to me. Maybe it's his hair? That finish, though. In the post. Pick and roll. He's a sniper, bro. What did he shoot? 42%?
Something like that. Last year,
42% from
41%.
Whew. He's got good. God, yeah! If he meant to call backboard on that situation, I don't even know what to say. And bro is a defender. Like, he is gonna... I think he's going to steal someone's minutes, bro.
Someone says Baby Kelly Oubre. Yeah.
Baby Oubre is crazy. He's just so good from three, bro. Like, and so I think he's shooting off the backboard on purpose. I do. Some people have it like that, bro. Some people like to shoot off the backboard from three. It's this weird thing that's going through basketball. I swear you're going to start seeing it.
Good strong drive and finish.
He's just such a shooter. All right, so less people have seen it than haven't seen it. That's cool. Bro is like, is this our new Cam Johnson? Is that what we're looking at here?
Remember, we both said
But a defender.
Possible, bro.
This is our new Cam Johnson.
I'm telling you, this
He
dude
looks big, bro.
I'm telling you, I feel like this dude's going to make the team off this two-way sooner rather than later. That's just me. I really do feel that way. I feel like he will get signed.
I'm already interested in developing him over Roddy, bro. And you know I loved me some Roddy.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know.
That's what I'm saying. I think you trade Roddy and Nas and you give these guys a signing. You give Bridges a signing.
Bro, give me all the 24-year-olds if they're like this.
Chris Deuces, this guy's better than Okogie now, for sure.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. They got it. That's what I'm saying. You watch him play, they have to convert him sooner rather than later, bro. There's no way. If he's this good and he plays well, there's no way you go to the playoffs if we make it, knock on wood, without him. No way.
Dude's making my meat flinch. You know?
Get the West Virginia highlights out. Get the West Virginia highlights out.
All right. I saw some article about him where apparently, I don't know if this is why he left West Virginia, but some of the fans were like going at his girlfriend, like, I don't know, threatening his girlfriend or what, but Shoo. I don't see any West Virginia highlights, bro. I see West Virginia interviews where he's talking.
Just type in Jalen Bridges, West Virginia.
That's what I had. Now I'm going to do highlights. Baylor. Yeah, bro. Remember when we thought we were getting Kyle Filipowski? That was cute, right?
So apparently his
I found some West
girlfriend,
Virginia.
that whole situation.
All right, here we go.
That whole Filipowski situation is crazy, bro.
Yeah, apparently they were I'm just so excited for Summer League, bro.
Yep, me too. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I can't wait, man. But Summer League's gonna be cool. I think Jalen Bridges is gonna show out. I think Boo Booey gonna show out. I think our guys are gonna show out, and yeah. I'm pretty pumped, bro. This is actually the first Summer League I'm actually really, and I think it's going to be fun to watch because it's not like I mentioned the year where we had we want to watch Sticks play, and we had to watch Sticks and a bunch of bums trying to make a team hogging the ball from
nobody that could pass or wanted to pass in the ball.
Yeah, so at least we're going to see a bunch of dudes that we think are solid, the Gillespie and Bridges and all that stuff. So really excited for this Summer League. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait. July 13th is the first game.
13th, bro. 9 days away. We're going to have live stream games again.
And then after the Summer League's over, then we got to wait another 2 months until basketball season.
Yeah, that is going to be rough.
We got to figure out ways to make videos in August and hang out with y'all.
I don't know what we're going to do, bro.
Maybe honestly, a few live streams here and there. Maybe Sundo will stream a little NCAA on the channel, members only. Who knows?
I'll be busy with NCAA too.
Are you going to play it this time around?
That's the only game I will play. That's the only game I will play.
You should join my dynasty league.
See, here's the thing, man. I can't handle losing. I can't handle losing in football. It's just too painful, bro.
Why? It's not that hard.
It's too painful, bro.
You're just a bum.
It hurts. I can handle losing in other games, but I can't handle losing in football, bro.
Why?
It upsets me too much. It makes me too sad.
It makes no sense because you love basketball more than football.
Yeah, but
that makes zero sense.
No, because it's just football. Football's better than basketball.
You said it, not me.
Come on. Football's God's sport.
You said it, not me.
You
God's
know?
sport is crazy.
It's chess with human beings. And a ball. You know?
Fair enough.
It just hurts to lose. It feels like a shot at my... You know, I try to truly keep my ego in check. If I ever have like egotistical thoughts, I'm like, oh, you better not think like that. That's a fucking, you know. But maybe that's the one shot to my ego that I truly can't handle is losing in football, having my football knowledge mocked. Okay, I don't like it.
Anyway, fair enough. Anyway, so I don't know what we're going to do this summer, but at least for the summer league, we're going to get to watch these games and have fun. And then after that, we will figure out what we're going to do from July to when's preseason or late September. Let's just look up when the season starts real quick.
Yeah,
NBA,
and we've got a Bleacher Report stream coming up
on the
10th. So 5 days away from that. You know,
here we go. So look at these key dates of the 20th. So let's see here, Summer League, 12th to the 22nd. Then there's some showcase games. We got the Olympics in July. We can stream the Olympic games.
But what time are they? Because aren't they at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning? Like you're not available for that. Where is the Olympics this year?
They might be in the afternoon-ish because they're in Paris. So there's not going to be that far along. So it'll be like in the morning-ish.
I want to stream those games, man.
So if you could wake up, like unless they're not playing at some crazy time in Paris, like if they're playing primetime in Paris will be like 8 in the morning here, 9 in the morning. So
I can do it.
You know, because when they play in London, what time are those games? You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
all right. Well, that's my promise to you guys. I'll grab a Team USA schedule and
yeah, if we can do it, we'll definitely do it. But let's see here.
Might do that on Von Sanity, low key.
You would, nigga.
Christy said, "Who's coaching? Who is coaching that team?" I don't know.
What's the date? So do we not have a date on when the season starts?
Maybe not officially yet. I don't think this because the schedule has to come out, right? I know it's going to be late October.
Yeah, we don't have a date yet. It just says October is when it starts. So yeah, we don't have a date yet completely. It's so weird. The NFL would be way ahead of the game on this.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we'll find out when the first game is, but we have till the Summer League and the Olympics, and we'll have fun there.
Try to stream all that for you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Thank you guys. I know you could have been outside. Maybe you were outside watching fireworks at the same time, but well, we might need you to sing the lyrics though too. Oh, something like that.
Where can I find out the current Suns roster? It's a good question.
ESPN should have it, but then again, they probably have all.
Spotrac has it.
Spotrac
has it already. If you just go there,
yeah.
Man, what a good day. 4th of July. I'm off tomorrow. Can't wait. Good stream, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Had a lot of fun. What do we say to get out of here, Gabe? What do we say? America? America! Come on the cool to say the motherfucking day, yeah, America!
Freedom is the only way, yeah.
Terrorist, your game is through.
'Cause now you'll have to answer to
America! Oh, yeah! Nick my butt is stuck on my butt.
I need to go watch that.
Solid, bro.